Hey folks, how y'all doing out there? You joined Big CheeZ for another video on Valheim. Now, this isn't part of my series. This isn't even one of the weird videos I'm doing as NPC versus NPC or anything like that, or what I'm doing with this big ass fortress. You have to come back for that one. But this is a video on what Valheim started out as.
Welcome to Fejd. Okay.
Fejd. I don't know how to say the name of the game. I have no idea.
Welcome. Today we're going to take a look at Feyd. This is a...
That's right, Feyd, okay? Right, it's spelled F-E-J-D. So to be fair, the first two could be forgiven for not really getting it right. But I think that's probably one of the reasons why the game changed its title anyway. They need to make it kind of, you know, idiot-proof for most of us, to say. But this is Feyd, okay? As you can see, this is a very early access version of the game, okay? The characters are very different. I think that's the first iteration of, like, the Grey Dwarf brutes right there. Or just general Grey Dwarfs, to be fair with you. I have no idea what they are. I can't get a version of this game at the moment, okay? Since Valheim came out, this game has not been able to be downloaded. I have found a place where it was able to be downloaded, but all the files are gone. If anyone knows a place where I could get hold of this game, or if the actual developer of it ever sees this, maybe, I don't know, and wants to feel generous and send me a copy, I would love to play it. I would love to check out what Valheim started off as. You guys know how much I love Valheim, okay? Because of the atmosphere, because of all the love the developers put into it, okay? Iron Gate is a fantastic studio of only 5 developers working on Valheim at the moment, okay? But it began as Feyd, or Fejd, depending on where you're from. Developed by one person, Richard Svensson. Now, if you want to check out his videos for yourself, all right, this is his channel, Richard Svensson. He's doing pretty well on your subscriber count, just saying. Actually, why am I here? Yeah, there you go. These are videos of what Valheim started off as, or all the development stages for it, okay? He started the whole thing with Valheim on his own as Fejd, or Feyd, okay? As you can see here, we've got the Valheim ones, we've got, you know, well, the Cape Test, we've got Meadow Stroll, we've got all sorts of things like that. But down here, you can see we have Feyd, all right? Feyd Troll, for example. I've been watching a few of these. I have been watching them quite a lot, all right? But you can see it's not a whole lot of difference back then. Yes, the character model is a little bit less human than I possibly would have liked, but the troll is not different, or not that much different to what we have now. This is kind of what I'm getting at, all right? There's a lot of companies out there, a lot of survival games out there, all right, that rush through things, okay, to try and be part of the hype that there is for survival games, especially right now. Even the combat is like pretty similar, to be fair with you. I mean, I'm glad they sped him up. I'm glad they gave him the old club and that kind of thing. And I'm glad there's kind of a bit more of an area of effect these days, but the actual atmosphere, the actual fun, the core part of Valheim was there from the beginning 4 years ago, okay? That's what I mean. So this game, Feyd was started back to 2017 by Richard Svensson on his own, okay? It took over another project that he was working on at the time, kind of another open world survival game, a bit more sci-fi-esque, but he put all of his time into this one, okay? And told people come over to it, show some love for Feyd, and all that kind of thing. And I'm so glad people did, because this is phenomenal, all right? What they did with this back then was make sure they put all the time, or he, sorry, did that then, is put all the time and effort into making sure that it was a beautiful game right at its core, that had the atmosphere right, okay? Because like I said, that atmosphere keeps getting lost by a lot of developers. One of the biggest things, right, with survival games, because why they don't do well, or why they don't always suck us in quite as much as Valheim has, is because people just skip stuff. They take shortcuts. They don't make it beautiful and right and suck you in with music and sound and the combat and everything. But they've been working on this for 4 or 5 years as just one person. You can imagine the love and attention that's gone into that when it's that pure labor of love that takes over everything else. You know it's going to be beautiful. You know it's going to be wonderful. And you can see it even back then. Like, don't be wrong, you know, the character model is better now. But even back then, it was a fantastic looking game. I loved it. I would love this. Like I said, if the developer would love to like get in touch with me and show me a copy of this game, I mean, I would love that actually. I genuinely would love. I would love that in the game now. The floor like that, I would really love that. It's just, I mean, okay, you can see that the building has been significantly upgraded these days. Like, you know, everything's kind of more on the table, so you can pick it quicker and all that kind of thing. And what are you doing? Some of this stuff I'm watching for the first time with you guys as well, okay? But like, you can see, sorry, I know I keep saying it, but you can see the love that was there already, okay? Now, Valheim has 5 million people who have bought this game at this point, okay? It's been out for, what, 4 or 5 weeks? That's 1 million people a week, all right? And now they have 5 developers working on the game, all right? And so, yeah, 1 person per million people who have bought this game at this point, which is phenomenal. It's crazy. I think it's like 64th on Steam's most downloaded games at the moment. And like I said, that's 5 weeks in, okay? That's for an early access title that they've got so much planned to do with. And given how much effort they put into making this game be what it is now, be a game that, to be fair, I would be happy with if it didn't do anything else to it. I would have paid full price for this title right now, okay? But they put a lot of effort in. They listen to their community with it. They got a driver. They got a roadmap already sorted out for it. They got all these things they're gonna do to make this game even better. Okay, and that has been the biggest thing with Valheim, with the community around it, is that they haven't ever advertised anything. Okay, they've pretty much been able to rely purely on word of mouth, purely on content creators loving it. I think it's got like 35 million hours worth of played footage on Twitch alone. Wow. It's like 15,000 years worth of hours apparently have been put into Valheim at this point by players. Wow. But it started off as Feyd, and like, God, I really want to see if a tree falls on him, if it kills him even back then. I would love to know that. I'm guessing it does because he's staying far away from it. But like, you can see what I mean. I hope you can see what I mean. You guys know how much I love Valheim. It's a game that's really sucked me in from day one. For the first few minutes I played the game, jumped onto the 10th world, it had me by my heartstrings. It really did. And I can't really explain why. The atmosphere was perfect. The music was perfect. The environment was perfect. Everything felt wonderful. And it's obvious to see why, because even back here, even back before the game became, a beta or an alpha or anything like that, before it was anything like that, it was still a gorgeous game that had its core already right, which is something that for me gets missed out on a lot. There's a lot of I play a lot of early access games. I'll jump onto a lot of things like that, and a lot of time there's not this level of detail and commitment to getting things right at the start, and it's no wonder why Valheim is doing so well now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing what Valheim started off as Feyd, okay? These videos, they've all come off Richard Svensson's YouTube channel, so I'll be leaving a link in the description for his. But you guys know exactly how beautiful the world of Valheim is today. Okay, the models, the character models, the building environments, everything that Valheim is today is fantastic. It's wonderful. It's an environment I cannot wait to ever jump back into. The amount of hours I've got into this game at the moment, it's ridiculous. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. I haven't ever had a game like this where I've wanted to test and do extra stuff and like do NPC battles and bits and pieces like that. It's never really been something I've been that interested in until now, until Valheim. With what it started out as, it's fantastic. And like I said, I would love to play an early version of this game like that. And if I can find one, if anyone knows where I can find one, let me know, and I would love to actually jump into that. It'd be great to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. For me, it's been nice to have this little bit of, I don't know, see what things started out as. Do like this little history lesson of, for anyone who out there who wants to start who's thinking of making a style game, use this as your base, okay? Check it out. See what Richard Svensson started it off as. A labor of love on his own, but he got everything right at the start. So everything after that was easy to do. It was easier to make, sure that not easy things. The obviously don't get right. It's ridiculously hard. I couldn't do it. But it makes it easier to be able to, I hate you so much. Come here. Even stuff like this, all right? Even the death mozzie, okay? Like, getting this incredibly right was... Screw you. Getting that guy incredibly right, it's fantastic, okay? But that's because they have so much time to do it, because of, all the stuff they got right at the start. They took the time to make sure that it was right for the last 4 years before kind of jumping in with both feet and saying, right, this is our early access, check it out. Just fall in love with it. And I have, and you guys know I have, and there's so many out there who have as well. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I keep waffling a little bit because I'm so in love with this, and I'm in love with Feyd as well now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what Valheim started off as, a little history lesson for you guys. I'll be back very, very soon with some more of Valheim. If you do know where I can find a copy of this, if Richard Svensson is watching out there, please send me a copy of Feyd. I'd love to see it. And also, you're the guy. How is it actually pronounced? If it is Fejd, then I'm more than happy to say Fejd from now on. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'll be back very, very soon with some more episodes for you guys. There'll be more NPC battles coming out as soon as I finish this fortress. I'm thinking of doing some more building stuff with you guys soon as well. I'm planning on building like a Helm's Deep, some kind of Minas Tirith stuff, some memorable stuff from different films and bits and pieces, because you could do that on this game as long as you're a bit creative with it. And I found some ways, some tips and stuff I'm going to put out for you guys in the future too, about little building things. There's some little like aesthetic things that I've kind of figured out, and little bits and pieces like that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys will come back soon with some more Valheim in the future. If you have enjoyed it, then please check some cheddar on that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and continue to share the channel far and wide. In the meantime, stay happy, stay positive, stay cheesy out there, and I will see you soon. Bye bye, guys.